Welcome to the Negrowth Network. Y'all know how we do it. We get straight uncut. Now I got a guest on today's show, and we're gonna let her introduce herself, and we're gonna get onto these questions.
Hi, I'm Keysi, and I'm doing this interview for my friend.
I'm ready. Okay, so first question, sister. Do you believe that it is necessary that one goes to college in order to be successful?
No. Some of the most successful people actually didn't go to college, or they got kicked out of college, they dropped out of college, so no.
Okay.
I think it's a good foundation, but it's not necessary.
Okay. Sister, what comes to your mind when you hear the American dream?
White picket fence, being able to coexist with other people, just making it, being successful, what's the word? Comfortable. It's all bullshit though now. Cause can't nobody get the American dream. It's just a way to keep us working. That's what I think.
Now, sister, do you believe it is possible to live without money?
Yes. It's possible. It's not easy, and it's very rare now. I mean, people used to barter stuff all the time. I give you what I got, you give me what you got. Money is just a way to keep people doing what the white man want us to do to survive. Because we think we have to use it to survive. But no, I don't think you have to have money to survive.
From your perspective, what is the difference between an African and an African American?
The only difference is that the African American is born in America.
Okay.
Is that the wrong answer? What's the difference?
It's no right or wrong. It's just what people think. From your personal experience, do you believe that black people support black people?
No. Not as much as we should. And then the ones that do, I don't think they get enough credit for it. No. I think that we naturally break each other down. I think we believe in the stereotype of black. Our stereotype is not the same as other people's stereotype. Ours is so negative and unproductive, that people don't want to support their own black people. We feel like we got bad attitudes, or we always trying to get over on somebody. When that's a good thing, kinda, not necessarily getting over, but thinking outside the box, But we done turned it into finessing, jigging people, to where I'm kind of skeptical when when you see, well, that's anybody first of all, but I just feel like the majority of people put a connotation on it to where they skeptical to work with other black people because they don't want to get gypped or ripped off or dealing with the attitudes, things like that.
Can you shout out a black-owned business?
I don't know who the business owner. Wait. Commonwealth. Some guys I went to school with. Black Primacy. Let's see. I don't know the name of the person, but I know it's a group of people who make artwork for black people. Black inspired art. It's little girls with their puff balls, and she make backpacks and paintings and stuff. I can't remember the name of it. My aunt has a black owned business. She does t-shirts, bedazzling them and stuff, and outfits, purses, things like that.
As it relates to black youth, what is your opinion on the public education system?
I think that we're not learning about ourselves like we should. I think we're being taught the white people's version of our history, and I think to some extent you have to do higher education in order to actually learn the truth in the school system. The way books are written, they're written from the point of view of the white person, so we're not going to get our own truth out of it. But we're being taught, it at a young age. They making it an institution, and they're institutionalizing it in our youth. That when we're growing up with this mindset, they're really fucking us from the beginning. Because if you start off with that, you're not being taught the truth. So they getting us at a young age, taking stuff out and adding stuff in.
Now, sister, what is your views on twerking?
I think it's fun to twerk. That is, when I'm having fun, you want to twerk, it's fun. But I kind of look at it, not look down on it, but showing off yourself in order to get likes or to get people's attention. I don't like that. But that's anything, doing stuff for the attention of others, whether it's positive or negative attention. Yeah, so to each his own. I mean, if you like twerking, twerk. I just think you should do it for the right reasons. Twerk because you want to twerk, not because you want other people to see you.
Okay. What are your views on interracial dating?
I have no issues against it. That movie Get Out just came out, and so many woke people are like, talking about it. I actually go to school. This girl told me like that is the worst thing ever. She would never let a white person in her house ever because they just the filthiest, and it's like I don't think you can judge people off of a past. I mean, that's what we preaching to other people about black people. We're not slaves or whatever. It's just where we come from, right? So I don't think that we should judge every white person based on our views and the actions of some white people. So I honestly don't see nothing wrong with it. I want to look more into it. But hey, do whatever makes you happy.
Okay. What is something that all blacks have in common?
Black. I don't know. All black. We so different though. Like you can never just find two exactly the same black people. Like we got different hair textures, different skin colors, different heights. We so different, one of a kind. So I don't know what we all have in common besides we black. But that's, I heard that everybody's black. Everybody got a little black in them. So I don't know. Maybe that's what makes us unique is we so different. We all unique.
Could you see yourself living in polygamy?
No. I think it's kind of a degradation to you as a person. Like I feel like I should have one. I don't know. I should have one person. One person should have me. It's another to each his own thing. Like if that's what you want to do, I don't knock it. But I just don't feel right sharing myself with multiple people at one time.
Does your community where you reside reflect you as a person? Why or why not?
My community where I am, like the whole community, my apartment complex, the community, like Dallas. What you mean?
Speak on whichever one.
Okay. Dallas. I'm gonna say Dallas. The Dallas community. Yes and no. Like the diversity here. Yeah, that's like I don't know, cause no, like it's bad. I don't know. Why or why not does it reflect me? It's my community. I think I'm a pretty good person. I don't think Dallas is a pretty good city. Like I feel like we struggling with stuff. I mean, but that's every city. It's no perfect city, so. And I'm not perfect, so maybe it do reflect me because I'm a work in the making, So yeah, that's probably why it would reflect me.
Okay. Can homosexuals contribute to the black movement?
Yes. I think a big contribution to the black movement is making others knowledgeable of what's going on. And regardless of where you stand, you can always give knowledge. Now, I think people are probably less receptive of that knowledge because of certain backgrounds. But, I mean, maybe you can reach more people like that, too. Now you have that platform, so maybe you can reach all the little black homos and spread knowledge. So, yeah, everybody can contribute.
What changes do you feel need to be made in predominantly black community?
How together we are, like as one. That goes back to blacks supporting other blacks. Like I feel like we in competition all the time, so that unity is not really there. I also feel like we need to make our own community instead of being given. Like this is y'all. This is what we gonna give y'all, and then whatever y'all want to do with it is what y'all do with it because. We're giving it something, we're giving it with strings attached. So I don't feel like it's really set up for us to completely achieve something. So if we go get our own, then we don't have these rules and regulations. We can actually have our own stuff and do with it what we want to. Not, okay, these are the rules. This is what you can do. So now take what you can do and make the best of it kind of thing. So how together we are. And then actually getting it for ourselves.
Should blacks in America forget our history, get over it, and contribute to a better America?
No. I feel like your history makes you who you are. So, like, you wouldn't know who you are until you know where you've come from. And even though that's not me, those are my family members. that's my people. So no, I don't think we should get over it. I think we should use it as a learning experience, though, kind of. You know, like take that and how can that make me a better person by knowing what happened to my people or where we came from before that.
Is the white race friends or foes to the black race?
Oh, as a race, you know, it's some individuals, but I think as a whole, they're foes. Like they're against us. They don't want us to succeed, and if they do, they want us to get to a certain level, but not to completely succeed. Like if that's 100%, like we'll let them get to 70. You know, some of them we might like, they might get to 80, but I don't think that white people as a whole want us to make it as them or like better than them. So yeah, I think they're against us. Folks.
I have a few more questions and we're gonna wrap this up for you. What has Obama done for black people?
I think now we can say that we have a black president in office. Not necessarily just for black people, but he got us out of the war and we didn't go back while he was in office. So, I mean, he saved a bunch of people, but blacks too. We weren't over there fighting. That's really it. I don't think Obamacare is really good. After I learned all the details about it, it's like bullshit. And that was supposed to be the best thing that happened to black people, and that is bullshit. So, yeah.
Okay. Let me hit you with a bonus question.
Oh.
No, sister. What are some things that you would like to leave to your youth after you depart from this physical world?
That I have already, or that I want to get in my life?
That you would like to.
Knowledge. Like I feel like there's no way of putting everything in one book. You know, like if a person was to read this one book, they would know everything they need to know. Like it's so much to know, you couldn't fit it into one book. But I wish they would go out and obtain the knowledge they need in order to know themselves and to move further. That's really the best thing, because I feel like if you have knowledge, like you can do anything else. Like that's all it takes. So I mean, and it's already here. What we need, we just gotta go find it. So if I could go find it and then leave it in a safe place for the youth, I would do that.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show now.
Okay.
The Negrowth Network, baby. And we out.